Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here today with Melissa Kruger, who's the CEO of Classic Vacations. And we wanted to get a kind of an update on how this wonderful company is continuing to build on its 5 decades long legacy. Some kind of where the old and new playbooks coexist for and flourish, and how it's rethinking travel advisor engagement and bridging the talent gap. And we're going to get all that and more from Melissa here on Insider Travel Report. How are you?
I'm good, James. How are you?
I'm doing well. I think we're both not at home, but that's enough.
Yeah. Nothing new about that.
I know we are in the travel industry, and I travel a lot, and I know you do. So let's
Yeah.
let's let's get to the point here. And I mentioned, Classic Vacations. It has a long-standing legacy. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing to build on this?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the foundation first, James. And we are, celebrating 47 years. It's our anniversary, a milestone that reflects both our heritage and our evolution. We were founded, with our focus on Hawaii.
Mhm.
Nearly 30 years ago, we expanded into Europe, which has since grown to become our largest FIT product. We now serve over 100 destinations for travel advisors, their customers, our suppliers, and small businesses within all of our destinations. So, with the spirit of building, preserving parts of the foundation and building on that, we continue to go deeper into the destinations that we serve. We continue to provide omnichannel support for the travel advisor community across every stage of the booking. So pre-travel, during travel, and post-travel, ensuring they have the tools and resources and the expertise needed to deliver, exceptional experiences for their clients. So, how we did that at one point in time, obviously, was with our robust contact center, which still exists. But now we've added chat, we've added SMS, we have added, different mediums of communication to meet the needs of today's travel advisors. Our staff, of course, continues to bring product and destination knowledge, allowing us to offer that high consultative and efficient problem-solving resolution through ADS, through TSS, through customer success, as well as our customer experience team, but also doing that in a way, capitalizing on machine learning, ways that we can make them more efficient and give answers to our clients easily. In addition to that, I think, 12 years ago, we launched our groups division, have built out proprietary technology, but remain that human element of only what humans can do, but 50 members strong, right? And so we're ensuring that seamless coordination for group travel, uh, you know, continuously focusing on the strength of our supplier relationships, allowing us to maximize yield, deliver the experiences, and continue the strong engagement between our team so that the advisors can have the strong engagement with theirs. And with all of this, we remain fully committed to the B2B community.
Mhm.
We are one of the only remaining entities that is sells only exclusively through the travel advisor, supporting their consumer sales. And um, so there's such value in how we have preserved what we have done well, but evolving to tell today's travel advisor, many of which are new, how we do it and why we do it, serving the tools and technology that meets a marketplace that is 80% independent contractors. So building a future together. So, at large, the team has done a lot of dusting off of the brand
Yeah.
um, over the last, 3 years.
Yeah, well, you answered a couple of my questions because I was going to ask you how you've invested in sort of a digital transformation, so that you can really how the digital and the in person can coexist, right?
Yeah, and that question, James, serves as a vehicle to again talk about the foundation, but how it plays through with technology. And I was recently sharing with someone, I grew up in the Northwest, and so, Nordstrom, obviously a flagship in the Northwest, started as a men's fine shoe store. And the product and service were so good that that turned into a department store. And then that department store was so good that in the 90s, they created Nordstrom.com.
Mhm.
People don't go to Nordstrom.com just because it's an online platform for buying. They go to Nordstrom.com because they like the product and the service that they've come to experience at Nordstrom for decades. And that is that's the underlying thought process behind our digital transformation and our booking platform is that it's everything that you have come to know, trust, and love about Classic Vacations, but at your fingertips. So
Right.
it was not designed, it was designed to enhance, but not replace our high touch premium service that has defined us for decades. So, everything I just shared, um, and we have seamlessly blended that tradition with technology to elevate the luxury booking experience,
Mhm.
still offering, that personalization, but also offering advisor efficiency. And, with that, James, I think it's a good timing to reference, we have 1,300 preferred hotels. 95% of those hotels are 4, 4.5, and 5 stars. So we have an
Right.
absolutely robust inventory, and approximately 80% of that hotel product is direct connect. So that ensures that the travel advisors have real-time rates and real-time access to inventory that their clients would see on the website. So quoting, booking, finalizing multi-room, multi-destination itineraries within seconds, any time of the day or night. And we know that the demands on today's travel advisor are not 8 to 5. We know that it can be 8 o'clock at night. And at that point in time, you can be, accessing the inventory. The luxury travel platform allows our advisors to be the forefront of the luxury travel industry.
No, that's fantastic. And as you mentioned, also, you haven't skimped on, you have, you do have a large sales staff, it's staffed and organized.
Mhm.
How does that work with your sales staff today?
Yeah, so from a sales perspective, we have strategically aligned with a channel management approach. So our team maintains long-standing relationships with owners and managers while also understanding the entrepreneurial nature of today's travel advisor. So as I mentioned, you've got 80% of the industry being independent contractors,
Right.
but we have longstanding relationships with owners and managers. And James, because we see each other there, we have complete respect and commitment to the consortia partners and
Right.
that ecosystem that exists. So we're supporting the industry at all of those angles. And so this gives us a balance of support, innovation, and partnership, and also a deeper understanding. Within the sales organization, we have people within our company that have been here for decades.
Right.
And then we also have people that are new to the industry and bringing them, whether they're bringing in expertise that they've gained in other industries or they're just actually new to the workforce, creating a population that much more resembles who we're selling to. So
Right.
we've really invested in our sales organization over the last years, and I'm a really proud leader as to what we've done. And then I would just also add, that we have built out a leadership team that combines, the travel industry expertise with forward-thinking, solutions-driven mindset. You said that I'm traveling right now. I'm in San Antonio awaiting the arrival of my leadership team just so that we can really be together and talk about what's happening in the industry right now. And they are just a smart, dedicated group of people bringing together hotel supplier expertise, technology expertise, business intelligence, the advisor expertise, employee growth and satisfaction, and financial strength. So all of that coming together really, we've had the 3 best years in the history of the company,
That's great.
and the work of the leadership team contributed to that highly.
No, that's wonderful. And I'm glad you're there and you're going to get all together and figure out what the future holds, which is
Yeah,
good. I mean, if it's the last few years, it is going to be good. Now, can
yeah.
you tell us a little bit about your ongoing travel advisor training opportunities, that the ones that Classic offers?
Yeah, we do try to streamline the approach a little bit because what I want is people to know every Wednesday I can do this and every Friday I can do that. So I think right out of the gates, the Y Classic and Y Classic online sessions that are offered bi-weekly, I think those are critical because those will talk about um, it's not, it's the, what do we provide? You can buy products in a lot of different places, but how do we maximize the supplier time? And so Why Classic and Why Classic Online both lend themselves to that. Of course, we have partner of the month every month, multiple, and we have those webinars. We are bringing back something we did a few years ago, which is our Why Europe educational series.
Oh, wow.
I mentioned a few moments ago that, Europe is our largest FIT destination. We buy and source our product in destination with our product team in Italy and in Greece. We have our customer service team there, and we want to lend that expertise to our customers. So that series I think we'll be launching that again within the next couple months. And then, of course, there's our in-person events. So our
Right.
Explore and Mingle series, this takes place both in the spring as well as the fall. Our supplier partners take center stage to showcase their products. And then our E3 Summit and our Save the Date events. And, both of these events, we are bringing together either new to industry, new to luxury, new to classic, or in the case of Save the Date, new to destination weddings. And neither of these are a big classic commercial, James. They're really designed to, again, showcase our partners, but to develop the how-to, right? How to be successful in luxury, how to be successful working with a wholesale partner, how to be successful in selling destination weddings and maximizing the supplier
Sure.
relationship. So all of this information can be found on our website.
No, that's fantastic. It sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for
Yeah.
travel advisors to get better trained than ever, both to sell classic and also sell categories. So that's a great thing. Now, what
Mhm.
trends are you seeing in travel today? Obviously, the summer is coming up. We're probably going to have a lot of
Mhm.
demand, probably to Italy, as you mentioned earlier. And
Always.
how is Classic set up to support the travel advisor demand and the customer demand for these destinations?
Yeah, I'm always happy to share what we're seeing. We have access to great data here, and luxury travel demand remains robust. We have seen a stabilization in the book to travel window, so that's good. We can forecast our business a little bit better. Europe is again leading the way. Travel is up 18% for this summer. Italy continues to be the top destination. And that's because Americans are realizing you don't just go to Italy once, right?
Right.
You don't do Venice, Florence, Rome and check it off your list. So that's fun for us as
That
sellers
was
of
the old
travel.
days.
Yeah,
That
that is the old days. Greece is showing strong growth over last year. And then Hawaii is experiencing a remarkable resurgence, which I think we're all excited about and happy for the islands. And then the Caribbean remains a sought after luxury escape. So those are hot destinations, other than we're going to talk about set jetting in a
Yeah, well,
moment.
that's what I want to
Yeah.
get to because you
Um,
didn't mention the one destination. Well, let's save that for just now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then I would just say that, experiences remain the key driver on luxury travel spend. And we know that luxury travel spend is actually getting hit by, the resale market, right? If I buy a luxury purse or I buy luxury shoes, you've got the Real, you've got all these places where you can buy things secondhand. And many would say that that is better for the environment to do it that way. You can't buy an experience secondhand and you can't buy travel secondhand. So, at Classic, we provide exclusive, privately contracted tours and activities that can be seamlessly integrated into the bookings. And of course, again, all those are, bought and sourced in destination. Through our online booking platform, advisors have access to 27,000 curated experiences. And this is in partnership with Rob and Jeremy at Project Expedition, who are two great entrepreneurs, like most of our customers are in this industry and many of our suppliers. These are locally contracted destination specific tours, including expert guides, ensuring clients receive exceptional, authentic experiences in destinations. So, Europe for the win again, Italy, Greece, Hawaii, Caribbean, and then of course the platform allowing the experiential piece, which is really, I'm kind of going back to what we were just saying about Italy. That's why people keep going back to Italy is
Sure.
because they know the experiences are so different regionally. So all of those can be sourced through Classic.
Absolutely. Now, and we left this for last. There is this emerging trend, and you mentioned it. It's called set jetting, meaning
Yeah.
basically locations for movies and television. And the one that we're all focused on, at least right now, is Thailand. It's all over your website and it's all over social media, and even ahead of sort of the recent premiere of the third season of The White Lotus that was filmed there. Can you tell us a little bit more about this trend and how Classic prepares for it? Because I never saw this White Lotus phenomenon coming, and now we've had it in what,
Hmm.
Sicily? I can't remember the second season.
Maui. Maui
Maui.
was the
How could
first
I forget
one.
Maui?
Yeah.
That's your strong suit. And now you have Thailand, right?
Yeah, and it's funny, James. I was thinking about this because I actually haven't gotten caught up with season three. Back in the old days, if you didn't watch, you didn't get to see it, right? And
Yeah.
so I was thinking that anybody that's in the travel industry, there's no way any of us are starting to watch a new show series in quarter one. So I think we all look forward to getting caught up with it in quarter two. So yeah, we like many of my peers in the industry, we have seen firsthand the impact of pop culture on travel as destinations are featured in these iconic production experiences, they
Sure,
surge
sure.
into.
Not only the White Lotus, but things like Game of Thrones and
Mhm.
all these incredible streaming series that where they are setting, and the destinations themselves are coming out and really make marketing. As I was just in Britain, which is featuring a new campaign on basically where movies are filmed.
Yeah, it's really great. And so we were among the first to spotlight these destinations, not just highlighting the host properties, but showcasing the full destination. And I think that's important. So if you look at Thailand, it's going to be the next major set jetting hotspot. And our team absolutely, we've curated luxury stays. In the five-star iconic properties that are going to be showcased. I am a huge believer and advocate, James, for four stars that shine like five,
Right.
right? Not especially if you're going to go in and you're really going to deepen that experiential piece. You can go have a drink where it was actually filmed, go have dinner where it was actually filmed, but you don't have to have that ADR. So
Right.
our team has done a really good job of showcasing the menu, let's say, of different hotels that we have in destination. And of course, our ground partners, the 24/7 customer experience, and the team here too, curate seamless, make it seamless for advisors, so that the craft of an unforgettable journey is created together.
Yeah, and as we know, 4 stars in Thailand are sometimes like 5 stars. So
Oh,
level of service is really incredible.
yeah, yeah. So we're excited to bring that, and I do. I mean, and I would add to that. I encourage. We love our five-star hotel partners and they deliver, but I would never want that to be an impediment to travel makes the world better, right? And I would never want the inability to pay for a five-star not cause someone to go when sometimes something that is a three and a half, four, maybe it doesn't have an elevator, maybe it doesn't have a restaurant, but it is an extraordinary iconic property. So that's why it's important for us to have a portfolio of both.
Absolutely. Now, and I guess my final question, you are really, you personally, and I think your company is deeply committed to the travel industry and beyond supporting the success of your customers, the
Mhm.
suppliers, and your employees. Just tell us a little bit about your contributions to the future of hospitality and tourism.
Yeah, thanks for asking that. It is definitely something that I'm very passionate about. James, I feel so incredibly fortunate to have built a career in this industry. I am grateful that my hard work and dedication have allowed me to give back by inspiring and mentoring others. And I think that's so essential, that we continue to pave the way for the next generation, ensuring that they recognize the incredible opportunities within travel, tourism, and hospitality. So, amongst other things, I would say the two that I would highlight this, in our times together. As a board member for California Hotel Lodging Association Hospitality Foundation, I work alongside other industry leaders in California to help raise funds for scholarships, empowering the future hospitality professionals. And we focus on providing access to education, exposure to different disciplines within our industry, right? We need people in finance, we need people in marketing, we need people, in creative and also giving them hands-on experiences. So Our scholarship recipients are selected for their academic excellence, hands-on experience, and passion in the field, and they really do represent the future of hospitality. So I would encourage anyone that knows anyone that is studying, that is in college studying hospitality or tourism in California, they should go to the CHLA Association Hospitality Foundation website. Scholarship applications are open through the end of March, but also anybody that's in our industry that wants to, donate a trip or donate funds to the scholarship.
Mhm.
These are some of the best and brightest in the industry. At our gala event last year, I invited some general managers, and it was from our hotel partners, had some fly in from Mexico. To see grown men tear up because you're watching a senior in high school say, I just want to grow up and be a general manager. I
Wow.
want to grow up and run operations. Really rewarding. And then the other one I would say is that I serve on the advisory council for Cal State University Monterey Bay, their Sustainable Hospitality and Tourism program. It is a nationally recognized program shaping, next generation for sustainable travel leaders. And for me, living on the Central Coast, right, Pebble Beach, Carmel, Monterey, where
Mhm.
hospitality and tourism are critical to the local economy, I see firsthand the importance of fostering talent in this field. I also believe that sometimes we can send so much tourism to a destination that we make it impossible for people that grew up there to actually raise their families there and to build a career. So this one hits extra home for me. So we work on raising funds that provide students with critical educational experiences, from engagement with industry leaders to attending key industry events, to visiting hospitality businesses. So I see a prime opportunity to rally industry executives, like myself, to give back and make a lasting impact. I mean, these are just two initiatives, and they are California based, and we are a global company. But where we not only invest in the industry's future talent, but we contribute to the sustainable practices that we all talk about,
Sure.
and they are the ones that define the next era. So, our commitment extends beyond just our own businesses, and it is really about shaping an industry that is innovative, responsible, and enduring.
Right. And it is a great industry and it's a great opportunity for younger people and people anybody who wants to get into it. I always tell on the travel advisor side, you really should get into it. There's a demand for travel advisors out there. And
Mhm.
and you know what? If you're good and you can make it work, you can make a living and also have an amazing life. So
Yeah,
it's and as
yeah,
you know, as we're both in the travel and hospitality, it is an amazing industry. We all know each other. It's a small community, but it's
yeah.
it's really an amazing community to join, and kudos to you for supporting these organizations and trying to get more talent into the business.
Yeah, and I am seeing firsthand, I mean, some that I have met, and I would encourage, I mean, this is a great this is a great area for recruitment, and they are passionate and they know things that we don't know. And we know things they don't know. They don't know that this is 10% of the global economy, soon to be 11%. They don't know that it's 1 in 10 jobs and it's 1 in 5 new jobs. They don't know that they can study finance, but like me, 10-year-old me would have never imagined, James, the soil that I would step foot on in my lifetime.
Right.
I want to make sure that you and I and our industry friends share that with this educated leader of tomorrow. So
Right.
there's just so many opportunities to do that.
Fantastic. Well, let's get back to the advisor just for an instant. And our closing question is where can they go to find out all about these new programs that Classic has and also obviously the destinations?
Yeah. So I go to classicvacations.com. If you aren't registered, you probably are part of an agency that is registered, but you can go online, you can register your agency, you can register as an advisor. You can certainly follow us on LinkedIn, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, but classicvacations.com is going to be your first step into getting yourself ready to book. We can reach out, contact you, provide you with, deeper sense of all the knowledge that we shared today.
Fantastic. Well, Melissa, it's great to see you. And as you said, we're traveling and we're both in different places right now. But I look forward to seeing you soon at one of those conferences because we do
Yes,
inhabit those ones every year. And again, thank you for all this great information about Classic Vacations.
my pleasure. Thank you, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Insights.